This is another one of those review sheets where if you don't get everything correct today, you will need to fix what you missed tomorrow. So please do be careful. This is also one where some things that we haven't done as much, for instance, the order of operations, I will show you, and all you need to do is copy. So this part may be important for you. As far as the order of operations, we know we start with parentheses. Well, there are none. Then we do exponents. Those are the flying numbers. Indeed, 10 squared means I have a number twice. Since it's an exponent, I am multiplying the number, not adding it. I must multiply. And 10 goes in the blank. What is 10 times 10? Well, that is 100. So now my new problem is going to be 100 minus 5 times 2. Took care of parentheses, I took care of an exponent. Please excuse my dear. You multiply and divide whatever order it's in from left to right. So as I look from the left to the right, I see a times sign. I must do this part next. So this answer is 10. I'll have to take that away from 100. My last step is to do adding and subtracting. Again, I start at the left and I go to the right. In this case, there's only one subtraction problem, so my final answer is 90. Do be sure that you copy that down. It'd be great if you even did it in color, and I can speak, I meant great. Number 1, 2, you are adding with decimals, so be sure that you line them up. 2, you are subtracting with decimals, be sure that you line them up. Number 3, this reaches back to the very beginning of the year. You need to remember the places. This is telling you which place and what digit goes there. This is telling you the next place and what digit goes there. But there are a number of places between your thousands and your tens. Since it doesn't tell you there's anything in those places, you will need to hold them with zeros. So, hopefully it recorded. I just saw it froze for 4 seconds. So hopefully you heard all of that. Since one digit is in the thousands place and the next digit is in the tens place, you will have to hold the places between thousands and tens. Same thing here, since this digit is in the tens place, but there are several places between the tens place and the hundredths place. You'll need a decimal and you'll need some placeholders. This tells you, hey, you need a 3 in the hundredths place. But what do you need in those other places? So be careful with number 3. Number 4 and number 5 go together. This is a basic fact. There's just a decimal involved. If you need to write it out, absolutely. 5 6/10 divided by 7. There's no decimal out here, so just bring this decimal straight up. And your answer needs to go above the 6 because you're now treating this as 56. Number 6, 1 8/10 times 2 34 hundredths. When you multiply with decimals, since you're not adding and you're not subtracting, you do not line the decimals up. Instead, you look, I have 2 digits here and 3 digits here. The number with the most digits goes on top. Number 7, this is going to have a decimal in the divisor. It's always your first number. Don't write this, I'm just showing you. First number divided by your second number. This kind of looks like a fraction. So it's still the top number divided by the bottom number. We already talked about number 8. Number 9, you are rounding to the nearest hundred. Since 100 is a whole number place, yes, you fill in zeros to show you have 0 whole things. But number 10 asks you to round to the 100th. The last place you can have any digit, including a placeholder of 0, must be the 100th place. If you put zeros past the 100th place, your rounding is wrong because you would not read that digit as a certain amount of hundredths. If you put 2 zeros past the 100th place, you would read it as 42, not hundredths, not thousandths, 10 thousandths if you put zeros. You may not put anything past the 10th place or the 100th place in order to get number 10 right. 11 and 12, we just worked on these. You could either do top number divided by bottom number to end up with your decimal, or you could say 1/2. Oh wait, I see a way to get to the 10th place. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. And that tells me what digit to put in the 10th place. Does not matter to me how you do these two. It does matter that you show me the work. Yes, even though you know what 1/2 should be as a decimal, this time I want you to show me the work, because since you should know what decimal it should come out to be, it should be easier to know if you got the work correct. Number 12, again, show me the work. Give yourself a little extra space if you need. 13, 132 times 15, there are no decimals involved. 15, you might want to write it farther up here so that you have enough of space. Don't write it too close to the edge, because this should be a clue. If you do not get to put a remainder, you'll probably need to put a decimal and some placeholders so that you can do this without a remainder. Remember, if your decimal places on anything I give you go out more than 3 places, you did something wrong. That is the assignment that needs to be sent to me today. Thank you.